Hello there, my fellow fragrance lovers. This is Matt, aka the Nucleus Cyborg. Today is February 4th, and it is currently 11:49, so almost 11:50 in the morning. I'm back with another honest to goodness fragrance review from your average consumer. I buy these fragrances with my own money, and I know I'm not sponsored or anything, so these are basically uh, judged judged on what other fragrance reviewers, Jeremy Fragrance, Chaos Fragrances, Michelle Curley, and a few others, based on what they say are good and what strikes me as interesting. Excuse me. Excuse me, and interesting in their videos, and so that's what this. I got two more fragrances to show you today. My fragrance collection is continuing to grow. Uh, so like I said, I have two to show you. I have technically three here, but just two for my collection. But like I said, it's still pretty cold here in Kentucky. It is. Let's see, what's the temperature here? It's currently 36 right now, and it's supposed to be up as high as 46 today, but it's still pretty cold here. It's a nice day outside. Again, it's still pretty cold, and I think I've developed a little bit of a cold. I have a bit of a sore throat and cough, but I'm getting on with those, some medications and so forth. But anyway, let's move on. Like I said, I'll get this one out of the way. I went ahead and bought another box of this. This is Rebel Raina Rebel Floor. Uh, I bought this. I had one that I bought for because I wanted to do a study into female fragrances after a while back ago, and I'm still doing it. I have 4 or 5 left on the list that I want to try a sample. Um, let's see. It's actually six that I want to sample, but these are getting to the hard to find. And when I first started this, it was because this is going to be a bottle, even though it's a small bottle. It's a 1.7 ounce or 50 ml. Because at the time when I first started this, female fragrance bottles, they seem to be much more, I guess, prettier or fancier than men's bottles. But then I started looking closer at some of the men's fragrances bottles that well, I can't find the word, designers and all and whatnot, companies. And actually, when you look around, male fragrance bottles, do look good. So I after I bought the first few bottles, I started to go down to just like small samples. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just got samples, but this is the only one I could find. The 1.7 ounce bottle or 50 ml bottle. Fragrance net. That's the smallest one that they had. So I've had to look at several different places to find samples and just small bottles that since I'm not going to be wearing these female fragrances myself, this is just what I would maybe doing a study into them, and then what I would like my girlfriend, if I ever find one, what I would like her to wear. So far I think it might be Gucci Bloom, but anyway. All right, so let's move ahead now that we got that one out of the way. I got two fragrances here that I'm going to be adding to my collection. Uh, First, one of them is for the colder weather, and one of them is going to be for the warmer weather. Let's start with the colder weather one because it's still cold here in Kentucky, and actually I've worn this. I put this on this morning after I got out of the shower, so it's had some time to dry down on my skin. I've heard a lot about this one. This is, excuse me if I don't pronounce this right, Zadig and Voltair. This is him. I heard a lot about this one, and that it was really nice, and so I wanted to look into it again for my collection. But here's the box. I've worn this one already 2 or 3 times, and like I said, I just put it on this morning. to see what it looks like, first out of the bottle, and then, excuse me again. Sorry about that. Got my sneeze under control. So this is the box. It's very cool. It's very neat. At first it looks just basic, but if you can see closer, let me see. So you can see the light there. It's kind of like engraved or something, and so you can see the kind of like Zadig and Voltair. They're on the front of the box. And then of course is in black and white there, Zadig and Voltair. This is him. Eau de toilette. This is 100 ml or 3.3 ounce fluid ounces. There on the back you have the ingredients in black and white. You have a alcohol, parfum. Excuse me. Excuse me. Aqua. Well, I'm not gonna read them all out, but there's the ingredients on the back. See, with the batch code a bit on the bottom. I can't see the batch code, but it's got the flammable sign on the bottom. So this is nice, and then it has the symbol Z and V on the top. So there's the box. It's a pretty nice box. I just kept it for the review here, or yeah, I guess review, even though I won it already. But after that, I'm gonna be throwing the box away. So put the box aside, and then we have the bottle here, which is basic, just black and white. But you got Zadig and Voltair. This is him, 100 ml, 3.3 ounce bottle. Pretty much says everything what the box is. So that's pretty cool. I like this bottle. It's got kind of it's cut off. It's kind of like cut off and diagonally here, unlike most bottles. As you can probably see here on the back, see right there, you see Zadig and Voltair, Zadig, and you see how it's cut off there, and you can see a little bit of the and symbol, but then it's cut off there. So that's kind of a neat design. The bottle is nice. It's just pretty basic black and white. I'd say the cap, even though it takes a while to get off, I mean it snaps on there pretty good, and it stays on there. Like I said, look, you see, you're holding it by the cap. It holds it in place, but the cap just takes a little tug to get off. But then the cap itself is very cheap, it's plastic, and it's very light. But it's got the Z and V on the top, and so there's the bottle and fragrance right there. Now, like I said, I have it on my skin. It's very nice. Let's see. Let's get some of the notes here. So we have to pull up fragrance net. So this is what I have to search for. This is him. Okay, this is him. So here on fragrance net, we have the description, product description. This is him. It is a woody, spicy, and powdery fragrance for men. Launched in 2016, this scent comes from the designer fragrance house of Zadig and Voltair. At the top are elegant and uplifting notes of grapefruit and black pepper. The heart is irresistible with hints of vanilla and incense. The base is mysterious with hints of sandalwood. So, pretty basic. You don't have a lot going there, but it's actually pretty good. I get the vanilla. Let's see. I get the vanilla and incense. Now probably a little bit of the sandalwood. Now it's dried down on my skin. Now let's see if right from the opening, here's the box again. Let's go spray right into the box. Let's see how good it smells from the opening. So it's two sprays. It's a little bit strong, a little bit punchy when you first smell it at the beginning. So it's got a Like here from the box anyway. If you put spray on skin, it might be a little bit different. Okay, so what did it say in the opening? It said we have grapefruit and black pepper. I can definitely smell the black pepper. It gives it kind of a warm feeling. I'm not sure if I can get much grapefruit from it. No, I get the black pepper, but so it's pretty good. This is gonna be for the colder weather. So here in Kentucky, it's always cold. I mean, you could comment down below about where you are, what temperature it is outside. It's always cold here in Kentucky. Like I said, the next one I had to show you is a warmer fragrance, and it's I got a small bottle because just here, it's just the way it is here in Kentucky. It's mostly more often cold than it is warm, and more often cold, dreary, wet, gray. It's mostly like that than it is sunny and warm. I can't wait till I go back to Florida so I can soak up some rays, and maybe take a warm weather fragrance with me. But this is him. So that's the first one. Well, no need to put it back in the box. Let's take a little sip here of my, it's the cold weather juice I'm trying to soak up and help with this cold. Okay, this one I heard a lot about from Michelle Curley and her channel. It's this is okay. Again, I don't know if I'll pronounce this right. Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Nior for him. Eau de Parfum. So I got stuff in my beard here. There we go. Alright then, so the box here, I haven't tried this one yet. So this is him. I've worn a few times and I got it on this today. But this I got just yesterday. So I don't know what this is. As warm weather fragrance goes, as I've already said, my collection is going to have more fragrances, sweet and a lot. I guess some smell, unlike these citrusy kind of fragrances. I'm not sure what's in this one yet, but so I'm hoping I can wear this one when it starts to get warm, if it starts to get warm here in Kentucky. But here's the box. You have for him Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Nior Eau de Parfum. This is like I said earlier, it's a 1.6 fluent ounces or 50 milliliters. You have the ingredients on the back, and you have the I can't really find the batch code. Oh yeah, made in France, and then the batch code down there. And then it's kind of nice. It's kind of like a border around it. So this is him, Bleu Nior. It's in black, but it's got this nice kind of like darker blue border around it. Very nice. I like the box. Okay, let's see what's in here and see what's packaged really well. Okay, so it says it's just a small bottle. I've gotten bigger bottles of some other warmer weather fragrances. I think I've gone through 3 bottles of let me see, what is it? Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intent or Extreme or something like that. 3.3 ounce bottles, 100 ml. Because when I got them, I'm not exactly sure. So you can probably hear my voice too. It's got a croaky, but I'm not really sure if I like that kind of that fragrance. I said like, I'm not sure, but it just doesn't seem to work here in Kentucky. I keep coming back to just how cold and wet it gets here, and so these warm citrusy fragrances just don't seem to work with the weather. But anyway, with this one, this is a nice bottle. I like the bottle. It's blue. It's got that kind of dark black in the center. This is Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Nior for him. Eau de Parfum, you see on the front. So, that's nice. Now, let's see if we can pull up some. Let's see, I got these for both for Fragrance Net. So, let's see if we can. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, Narciso Rodriguez Cheesy. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's see. Okay, here it is right here. Let's see. Product description. Oh, here we go. Brand description. So, Bleu Nior is a lush and strong fragrance for men. This fascinating fragrance was launched in 2018 by the designer fragrance house of Narciso Rodriguez. The fragrance consists of notes of vetiver, cedar, amber, ebony, and musk for a scent that is unforgettable. So again, not a lot going on that you would see in most fragrances, but so that's him. The bottle is nice. Now, let's see the cap. So it takes a little pull to get off. There we go. The cap is, it's got a little bit more weight than the other bottle did, but again, it's more likely cheap plastic. But that's okay. Okay, so in the box now. Let's see if I can find the nozzle. There it is. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I think I can definitely pick up that musk. So, vetiver. Yeah, I can smell the vetiver. Cedar. Yes, I got cedar. Amber. Not sure about the amber. Amber, ebony, I'm not so sure about those, but I definitely smell musk. But it's very nice. And since it doesn't really, vetiver and cedar, but you might be able to get away with this in the colder weather because it's got that strong musk in there. This is very nice. When I watched Michelle Curley's videos, she always says that she really likes this one. This is one of her top ones, and so that's why I wanted to try it. And she said something that, she just gives her a nosegasm. I think that's what she called it. So it's very good. I like that too. So here are the two that I reviewed. You have Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Nior. Then you have This Is Him by Zadig and Voltair. So you have a cold weather fragrance, a warm weather fragrance. These are both very good. I'd say I definitely would. These are great compliments to my collection. So, and so also again, these when it comes starting to these geared to these more warm weather fragrance types, I've decided to go with the smaller versions of the 50 ml or the 1.5 to 1.7, it varies, ounces, bottles, because, again, these warm weather fragrances, they just, hard to pull off here in Kentucky. So, like I was saying earlier about that Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, I don't know. It's Jeremy Fragrance. He speaks very highly of it, but I don't think I like it much just because it doesn't seem to work here in Kentucky weather. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here because, like I said, you can probably tell throughout the whole video that my voice was kind of croaky, and I've taken some cold medicine and all that stuff, and I feel it's a little bit drowsy, and I got a little bit laundry going on. So there's that. If like I said earlier about my um, study into women's fragrances, the few that I put on my list to buy, purchase, and I'm not finished with this. I'm going to get through it, and then at the very end, whenever that last video comes, I'm gonna compare all the ones that I bought and find out what my favorite one is. So if you want to stay tuned for that, please subscribe to my channel below. Well, I will eventually get there. Uh, it's just it's taking a little bit longer than I originally anticipated, and also I've thrown out that rule I had for a while about all you need is 10 fragrances, because like I said, I love fragrances. Once I got into it about 2018, 2019, and I've gone back and forth about what do I like, what do I not like. 10 is all you need, or you can go as many as you want. I've kind of gone back and forth, but so that's that. If you like what you saw, like with these videos that I do, and this is just from a consumer point of view, unlike most of these other channels that you see, Chaos Fragrance, he's got in the background, he's got shelves full of fragrances. You've watched Michelle Curley's, she's got, again, shelves full of fragrances, and then you got Jeremy Fragrance. In his videos, you see behind him, he's got walls and shelves of fragrances, and a guy that owns his own fragrance brand. These guys are a little bit different, these reviewers. Me, I'm just a reviewer, but I'm doing this mainly because I want to, and I'd like to share it with you, and this is from a consumer point of view. This is not from a fragrance reviewer that is saying this is good. They might say that they're not influenced to say one thing or the other because of the fragrance designers that send them bottles of fragrances to review. They have to give it a positive review. But me, I'll say what I want to say and what the fragrance does for me, because I'm not being paid to do this. There went my laundry signal. But I just do this for my own benefit. So anyway, if you like the video, please give it a like down below. If you like what you saw, comment down below. I got my beard going, so you can tell me what you think about that. Sorry, I had some breadcrumbs in there when I first started the video. Comment on my decorations up top, or if you like what you saw in the video, give me a comment. Stay tuned for the female fragrance reviews when I get around to those. So subscribe down below, and I'll eventually get there. So anyway, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye.